Hi everyone, I am Kalpesh Sharma. I am from Ahmedabad, India. Today, top opposition leaders and politicians in India got a message from Apple server, an automated message from the servers of Apple. It was related to possible cybersecurity related threat, and similar threats were also sent to many others in various countries. The list includes politicians, opposition politicians, activists, social workers, and media people throughout the world. Now, as far as it concerns to my cybersecurity related knowledge, hacking related knowledge, and the entire issue, I analyzed the whole day. I monitored all the media channels, and after analyzing everything, after monitoring, observing everything, what I understood is this: Apple is sending these messages, and it's a false message. Why? What's the reason? Why would Apple do this? Let me explain you. Actually, in my opinion, iPhone in one time it was one of the branded phones. And what was the branding behind it? Security. Now, the iPhone security, there is, some problem after some media agencies triggered out in past, before several months and several years, that Pegasus is a software, a spyware software, which was developed by an Israeli company, NSO group, and it is used by various ruling party politicians or ruling governments to spy on the opposition politicians, activists, and media people who write against the ruling government. But I think that's not the fact. At least in India, I don't think, and even at global level, I don't think that's a fact. Why Apple is doing all this? The point is that this is what I was studying, I was analyzing, I was researching the whole day. In my opinion, due to the media reports, there is a stain on the brand name of Apple, especially the iPhone, which was considered as the most secure phone in past, and that is why people purchase it. It is so costly, then also people purchase it just for security. Now when many media agencies and many reports came out that Pegasus is being used by ruling governments in various countries to spy against the opposition politicians, to spy against the activists and the media people who write against the government. So this thing, the Apple company is unable to digest this fact that now iPhone is no more secure. And when we say iPhone is no more secure, that means there is a stain on their brand name, the brand image. Due to this, the Apple sales will go down. And this has happened, yes, Apple sales have gone down. Now, this is a corporate destruction strategy being used by Apple, in my opinion. I'm not sure about it. I don't have evidence, just on the basis of research, observations and analysis, I'm saying all these things. Why Apple is doing this? Actually, they want to create a global pressure of opposition throughout the world of opposition politicians, leaders, strategists, media people, activists. They will create a pressure, and already Apple is has taken filed a lawsuit against this NSO group, who created which the company which created the Pegasus software. By doing this, they are trying to damage the NSO group. Actually, their plan is to damage the NSO group, and they are creating environment in various countries by doing it. This is the plan, this is the strategy Apple is undertaking against NSO group, against Pegasus software, so that they can damage the company. They can win the lawsuit filed in the court of law. Actually, they are trying to remove the stain which was created due to this Pegasus software created by NSO group, and which is responsible for a stain on the brand name of Apple and also on iPhone security. By doing this type of, by taking this type of destructive strategy, by undertaking this type of destructive strategy, actually they are trying to create a pressure, a global pressure, so that what will happen? Every time their servers will keep sending messages, and the war with the communication war begins between the ruling politicians and opposition politicians in India. Similar things happen in other countries also. They are actually trying to create a communication war of words between the ruling and opposition people, whether it's media, whether it's activists, whether it's government. So actually I don't think that anyone is spying, at least in India, anyone is spying on the politicians. Now, why I came to this conclusion? Because if a government spies on someone, they will not get anything. Because as far as my experience and knowledge concerns, if I am a top politician, if I am the Prime Minister of any country, or if I am the Minister of any country, at least I have that common sense, and every politician throughout the world has that common sense, that they will not talk anything confidential on phone. They will not communicate via phone which is confidential, which is against them. Will anyone do this? Will you do this if you are a politician, you are a Prime Minister, you are a President, you are a Minister, you are a top media personnel? Will you communicate to anyone on phone? No, never. At least everyone has this common sense. No one is going to do this on phone. Now, government, my government, the government of India, the people, the employees, the IS, IPS officials, the army officials, the intelligence officials, the ruling government politicians, don't they know that no politician, opposition is going to communicate anything confidential on phone? They must be having this general knowledge, this common sense. So they will not use such kind of strategy of spying digitally. Even when there was no broadband in India, the politician, and I was a teenager at that time, even in those days, the politician never used to talk anything confidential on phone. No one will do this. If I am taking bribe, if I am, misusing or abusing the powers as a minister and giving government contracts or anything to someone in my family or my relatives or friends, am I going to talk about this on phone? Do you think I am a fool? So if I am not a fool, if the viewers are not a fool, then do you think the top politicians, the ruling governments, the ISIPs, they are all fools? They will not use such strategy. If really they want to find out anything about the opposition leaders or about their wrongdoings, then they have the power in hand. They will use the police, the military, the intelligence. They have the entire infrastructure. Why would they use Pegasus by paying millions and millions of dollars just for a spyware? No government would be fool, and at least my Prime Minister cannot be such a fool. I am confident about it. I don't know about the Prime Ministers and Presidents of your country, but I am confident about the Prime Minister of my country. Now, let me tell something to the opposition leaders in my country. I don't have the right to say anything about the politicians or media people in other countries, but at least I have the right to say to my people, my citizens, look, don't worry about all these alerts. Just before 2 days, LinkedIn blocked my account because I was updating and doing SEO optimization of my LinkedIn profile. The server detected some alerts, automated alerts. Now remember one thing, these alerts are automated and machine generated. You need to understand this. System generated, machine generated, automated. It is not human generated. It is not human observed or human analyzed. System generated means a system, a machine does not have a brain to decide absolutely the spying was done or not. The machine just gives alert. Now, these types of alerts I keep getting from Google also. I keep getting this from LinkedIn also. So, am I going to doubt on everyone? Am I going to start alligating everyone? I am not a fool. Whether you are or not, I am not sure about it, but I am not a fool. And I would say, all the opposition leaders, just because an alert, a system generated alert appeared on your phone to your inbox by Apple servers, that doesn't mean that Pegasus was used. That doesn't mean that the government is spying. And finally, closing this video, I want to say, you are alligating the government. You are not even supposed, you do not have the right to say that without evidence. If I was the Prime Minister of India, for alligating in this way, I would have taken action against everyone who is alligating the government. Why? Ask me the question why. I'll tell you. Without evidence, just on the basis of a system generated alert, how can you alligate the government? How can you spoil the reputation of the government? How can you put a stain on the brand name of Mr. Modi? You can't do this. No, even if it was not Mr. Modi, it was someone else. Let us say the Prime Minister was someone else, you or me or anyone else. You do not have the rights to allegate someone without evidence. The government can take actions against everyone who has spoken in front of camera, in front of the media in India. Let me tell you all this. So, it's better. Now, what's the problem? I have told you. Now, what's the solution? Tell them, the Apple company, write down to Apple CEO and the company and the government where the Apple has the headquarters, the government of that country. CC copy to government of that country. How can Apple create such a environment in our country? These types of alerts create very bad environment, a communicative war between the leaders, the media people, the citizens in our country. And Apple does not have the right to do this. Either give us the evidence that yes, you were targeted and we have the evidence that you are being spied. Give the evidence or stop these types of alerts which creates havoc in my country, in other countries, whatever country it is. The Apple doesn't have the rights to do all these things, which creates problem in other countries. How can Apple send such system generated alerts also? Even the system generated alerts should have clarity and transparency. It should be very clear that do not fear, do not worry. It may be or it may not be. It should be very clear in red, bold, italic. So that's all I wanted to say. If any media people in India, if anyone wants any kind of if you have any queries or anything related to this, what experience or knowledge I have for national interest, I'll answer all your questions, whatever I can. I'm not a big cyber security expert, but yes, I can give some idea, some common sense I'm having. I'm not a fool, right? And please read my post on LinkedIn, the post of the biggest fool on this planet. I am the biggest fool. Yeah. So the biggest fools are the biggest creators. Read that post. Thank you so much.